So I'm Ted Wetzel, and I'm here with a good friend that's become a good friend over the last 23 months, Bill Lyons. And Bill's claim to fame with this whole ordeal is he said, if you're really going to do this right as we the people, you better get some more people involved. So that was turned out to be very wise advice at the time, and it's made a lot of friends in the process and a lot of great discussions. So thanks, Bill.
I think at least one message in your book is we want to get average people back into the conversation so that we can understand and have our voices become part of the problem-solving conversation. I think in large part because average people in America are still moderate and pragmatic problem solvers. Mm-hmm. Americans, and Gallup poll data shows this even up till today. Most Americans are not polarizing idiots like we see on TV. Mm-hmm. Americans don't think someone from the other party is therefore someone I must hate, right? They don't think that if I hear a good idea from the other party, I can't support it because it's from their party.
Yeah.
And so I think we want, the framers and us today, or, in our generation today, we want to get we the people back involved in that conversation, because that should include injecting moderation and pragmatism into the conversation.
What is it about our nature that likes to pick at the differences rather than the unifying things? Would you things bubbling up in you about that?
But I think we are frightened by things we don't understand, frightened by things that are unfamiliar, frightened by differences that are outside the scope of the normal differences, And so I think that part of it is normal. Right? I think it's normal to see a stranger and to immediately have some kind of fight or flight instinct of, I don't know this person, I don't know what could happen here. I think that's probably a normal kind of reaction. Are you familiar with the rock band study? Have I told you about the rock band study?
I do not remember talking about the rock band study.
Yeah, so there was this study done recently that kind of touches on this point, where they use some psychological instrument. I don't really understand the instrument that well, but it measures the level of empathy that two people have, right? And so you and I might do the instrument, and we measure as stranger level empathy. Like, I have no empathy for you, you have none for me, and best friend empathy. And so they had this instrument, and they measured people's empathy levels. And then they had people that measured as stranger level play 10 minutes of this game called Rock Band together, which I don't really know what it is, except that it's like a plastic guitar, and you play it, and somehow the computer makes it play or something. I'm not sure how it goes. Yeah. But, so they play 10 minutes of this game Rock Band together. They retake the same test, and they register as close friends.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, yes, there is a natural instinct to be suspicious about things that are different, to maybe be afraid of things that are unfamiliar. But it doesn't take much, 10 minutes of Rock Band, right? It doesn't take much to find a common sense of humanity with someone else. And so I've replicated the Rock Band study in my class the last 2 semesters, where I get kids and I organize them into a group of 3, where I say, I want somebody who leans Republican, somebody who leans Democrat, and somebody who's a hardcore moderate. And I spend 10 minutes with groups of 3 teaching each other. First I teach them, but then they teach each other how to juggle. And so it's mayhem. There are balls bouncing everywhere. Everybody's giggling and laughing, and they're trying really hard to figure it out. And then I say, stop, and nobody has mastered juggling. And then I have them sit down, and I say, Democrat, take 1 minute and tell your two friends here why the Democratic vision is better for America. At the end of a minute, stop. Republican, stop. Moderate, go. Tell me how that conversation went. And they uniformly say, I've never really had a conversation with a Democrat that was calm. I've never had a conversation with somebody from the other party who didn't turn into an argument. Why do you think that happened? Well, because we just did this really silly thing together. We were kind of bonding as just regular people.
I love it. Yeah.